Good morning, welcome to day 110 of the cut. Notice this shit, I got bougie on you boys today. It is a little after 6 o'clock. I got day 109 edited and I got it exported. I woke up just before 5 this morning. I went to bed last night at 9 o'clock on the dot is when I laid down, so I probably fell asleep at 9:40. So I feel rested, I feel good. But I already got a cup, as you guys saw, that fucking hitter. Hey, let's test something out. Y'all are welcome. Now I'm going to sit. I don't got to be to work till 7:30. So I'm going to sit for the next probably 45 minutes and dive back. I started yesterday morning this book called SOG. It's about macv-sog, and it was classified for many years post-Vietnam, and it's just a group. So when we were in Vietnam, we couldn't go into things like Laos and Cambodia and that. Those were restricted areas, and we were not given access. And by we, I mean our military men, you know. They were not allowed to conduct operations in Cambodia and Laos, and this gave us a huge disadvantage because the North, a lot of their travels, a lot of the Ho Chi Minh Trail actually ran through Laos and Cambodia, and they kind of did that tactically because they knew we weren't allowed to go in there. So what the military ended up doing was deciding that's, you know, puts us tactically at such a disadvantage and we'll never be able to win, which some people say we didn't win, and that's up for interpretation here and up for debate, and you know, but not here to get in the argument of whether we won or lost Vietnam. I think in war, I don't think anybody wins. So I've listened to a lot of podcasts and that on macv-sog, so I'm only about like 20 pages into this and I know a lot already about it, but what they would do is so they decided we need to be able to get into Laos and Cambodia to even make a dent and have any chance of winning this, right? Because all the major supply routes, like the Ho Chi Minh Trail, is running through Laos and Cambodia. So they would, at the end of boot camps, they'd ask people, raise your hand if you want to volunteer for a special group. We can't say where you're going, what you're doing, or nothing. We can't even. That's all we could say is, do you volunteer? And you have this one opportunity. After that, you'll hear nothing of it. They could not give people any details. And some of these crazy-ass men would volunteer having no details prior to what they would be doing. So some guys would raise their hand and go, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And little did they know they're volunteering for macv-sog. Now, macv-sog, their casualty rate was 100%. And now that's not just death, that's wounded and death. So 100% of the men in macv-sog throughout the years either were wounded or died. Or, I mean, multiple times over wounded. Jocko Willink has a really good podcast. I think the dude's name is John Stryker-Meyer. He was in macv-sog. Some of the stories are unfucking believable. But so they would sign up for this, and the military would tell them, okay, whatever. Now they would give them their steps post boot camp, and they would go to this training center, and they would go into these briefs about macv-sog, and they're told, you cannot tell anybody. You can't even tell your wife, and if you have kids, don't tell your kids. Nobody can know about this, and you're gonna go in with 5-man groups, and you can't have any names, nothing that shows that you're in the military, except just, I mean, your military greens and your weapons. I mean, no ranks, no names, no stitches, no insignia, nothing. And they told them, if you get captured, you're just rogue. Like, just say your name, and that's it. Don't say your battalion. Don't say anything. Just say your name. And they did this in case these guys were found dead in the woods. There's U.S. soldiers found in Cambodia and Laos, and that's not allowed. That is not allowed. They would be able to claim, oh, those were just some rogue men that got lost or whatever, you know. They wouldn't claim them. and they would go into Cambodia and Laos with some indigenous fighters as well. So it'd be like 5 Americans and a couple South Vietnamese soldiers as well. Really small, just groups. And they would go fucking behind enemy lines and try to get intel and fight and fucking try to win the war, you know? Try to disrupt the Ho Chi Minh Trail as much as I could. But it's like insanity. Some of these stories that these guys, I mean, they did have air support priority. So they would call it, it's called a prairie fire, I'm pretty sure. And if they were in bad shape, overran, whatever it may be, say there's gunships or there's jets or something going somewhere else to drop napalm or to light up a fucking tree line, right? If the macv-sog guys called in, those planes just had to, every air support had to immediately go to that location. It didn't matter if they were going to do the mission. Like the Marines, they could be getting overran, and this gunship's coming to help them out, or this jet's coming to drop napalm to help them out. If the macv-sog guys called, they had to go to them first, even though the Marines or the Army, whoever it may be, called first. They had priority. Just because there's such low numbers of men, and they were heavily behind enemy lines. And I think politically, the military was trying to do everything it could for them not to be caught, so... Yeah, and then decades later it came out and it was allowed to be talked about. So yeah, but I'm going to that's my little history lesson of macv-sog. But I'm going to dive back into this. I will check back in at some point here. It is time for work. Me and Riley are just going to be running around, putting up yard signs, getting some advertising out, trying to get more leads and more calls. So, an easier type day today, and then I got an estimate around 4:30 later on. So, yeah. About to go pour my coffee to go and get out of here. Here was breakfast. So, starting with this. From the store, I got some low-calorie Italian bread. It's 40 calories per slice. So, I got low-calorie Italian bread. I got 1 whole egg and 90 grams of egg whites with that pineapple mango on top, that salsa with some hot sauce. I got another one of those low-calorie pieces of bread, so 40 calories. Some sugar-free jelly, PB2, and some of the banana. I ate the rest of it. And then a little bowl with some strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. So that's today's breakfast. This is what I got. Italian bread, reduced calories. It's only 40 calories per slice, so per serving, which is 2 slices, 80 calories, 18 carb, and 5 grams of protein. Yeah, about to tear this up. I just finished up my meal. It was really good. I just worked up the numbers. This is rough estimates, really, because I don't know like the exact weight of what the bananas and the berries were. So I just took all those to the high side. But with everything on the high side, right, not knowing exact numbers, except on the egg whites, the eggs, the toast, and the PB2, I didn't actually use 60 calories worth. Like I used half of a serving. But so the calorie total would be 519, 68 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of protein for that whole meal. That's not bad at all. That's a big meal too. There was a lot there. So yeah, definitely have to have that more often. Egg whites is huge when you're cutting, because it's only 25 calories per serving, and that was 2 servings right there, plus 1 whole egg. So you get a lot of egg whites for 50 calories. I mean, if you do 100 calories worth of egg whites, that's a lot of egg whites. But now I'm gonna get this coffee, go sit in the recliner for 15 minutes and just chill, and then I got to get ready to go to the gym. I want to be to the gym by like 1 o'clock because I have that estimate at 4:30. So, It is only 11 now, but we're just gonna go sip this coffee, let this digest, chill for a little bit, and then get ready to go. It is 1:45 now. I just uploaded day 108 of The Cut. I took my time making a thumbnail for that. It's nothing crazy. I just blurred out the back and stuff, and brought the focus to the little, you'll see, the spoon that I'm holding in the front. But I'm going to, for the next hour or so, just clean this house up a little bit, do my dishes, clean my room up, tie up some loose ends here. I might go for a little stroll before my pre-workout meal. I'm not sure. I might just maybe just have my pre-workout meal and go right to the fucking gym. I don't know yet. My pre-workout meal is probably going to be, I either might do a rice cake. Oh shit. I either might do a rice cake, apple yogurt and a Fairlife, or just an apple yogurt and a Fairlife. I'm not too sure yet. Yeah. So I'm gonna decide that a little bit later on. But right now, I just need to square some things away. Clean up a little bit, do my dishes, take care of some business. Pre-workout meal. It is about 50 grams of protein oats, 35 grams a serving of protein powder, 1 apple. It is about 80 grams of blueberries and one of those Oikos yogurts mixed up in there. And then I put some cinnamon and a little bit of natural honey on top. I'm from the gym. I will update you once I eat how the gym went, and I hit a PR, not a PR that you would think, but I did make dinner because I immediately came home in a rush and made dinner because I'm fucking starving. But so I got 2 of these burritos. In these burritos is 9 ounces of ground turkey, cooked, 2 tortillas. One has the mango salsa, one has pico de gallo. Both have full-fat cheese. There's 65 grams of bell pepper, lettuce, and light sour cream. All in all, this is 802 calories, 79 grams of carbs, and 86 grams of protein. These are 2 big burritos too. And I have the one with the mango. I put this Mighty Taco mild sauce, 0 calorie, and then Ortega on the one that has a regular pico, and that's just 10 calories a serving. And I weighed out 1 serving. But yeah, no, the wraps are 110 a piece. They're carb balance, whole wheat. But I'm about to tear these up. They're pretty decently sized too, so this should be pretty filling. My calorie total should be 1858. My carbs should be 222, and my protein is 165. Not too shabby, not too shabby. That meal was really fucking good. It was very filling. My calories today were 2,058, 222 carb, 165 grams of protein. I added 200 calories on top of everything because I had a decent amount of grapes. Like 3/4 of a container thing of grapes. And I think it was about... So for the whole package was 2 pounds of grapes. And it's saying online, it was 907 grams. And then saying online for 907 grams is 200 calories for the grapes. And I'm going to assume I ate like 2/3 of it. But I'm just going to do the 200 just to, you know, play it safe. But I am going to get washed up. But what I PR'd in today was my sauna. I did the sauna after my lift, which my lift went really fucking well. But my old PR for the sauna was 40 minutes. And that was with people. The PR before that was 32 or 36 minutes. 32 or 36 minutes solo. But I did 45 minutes today solo. That was a fucking grinder. And then I did a second round, which I thought for sure I did 10 minutes. I only did 8, so I went back in for 3 more minutes. But yeah, I'm about to get washed up now. Take a shower. I am pretty shot. I'm gonna try to run tomorrow. My legs are pretty fucked still, but I'm hoping with that big meal and some good night's rest, it should be all right. But we'll see. We'll assess tomorrow. I want to train smartly here, not dumb. But all right, time to take a shower. It is 11:30. This is a lot later than I want to fucking be going to bed. Me and Riley meet at the shop tomorrow at 7:30. We're just gonna square some things away and get ready for next week's work. But it shouldn't be too long of a day. It should be pretty fucking short. But I got a busy day tomorrow. I I gotta just make sure everything's in order and in line and squared away for the Metallica concert on Saturday, so I have a video that can go up. And I'm probably gonna upload the video and everything, but just keep it private, so then Saturday I can just wake up and make it public. Yeah, just a lot to fucking make sure about. I don't know. But yeah, no, that is going to conclude today. That dinner was really good. I'll probably have that more often. It was satiating, but I can only really have that when I'm low calorie throughout the beginning of the day. I can't be high calorie and then have that 800 calorie fucking meal. But nonetheless, I will check back in and talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.